I think I may have cracked the code on Fire Emblem Engage's reasoning for bringing old characters back and putting them into prominent roles in Fire Emblem Engage. In the form of magical rings, Fire Emblem main characters of old will be returning as a core gameplay mechanic, as well as clearly having some sort of important role in the story. As we know, Alir, the main character, and Marth have some sort of connection while fighting together in a war 1,000 years prior to the events of Engage's story. Marth being the largest character on the box art for Engage is not just a way to tell fans that this is indeed a Fire Emblem game and not Genshin Impact 2. I believe this is all part of a future marketing scheme that Nintendo has planned in order to boost the sales for future remakes of older Fire Emblem titles. In order to convey some background information on the sales in the series, I made a graph of the past 5 Fire Emblem titles sales from Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon on the far left and Three Houses, the best-selling Fire Emblem game, on the far right. Ever since Fire Emblem Awakening's boom in success, the Fire Emblem series has been going up and up in massive sales. Besides one outlier being Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia. This game didn't sell poorly. It was a remake of an obscure Japanese exclusive Fire Emblem game released in 1992. Guidance roughly 750,000 copies is impressive, but it is nothing in comparison to the 2 games released before and of course the game after. Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes has even passed 1 million copies sold in less than 6 months. The fans that did buy Fire Emblem Shadows of Valentia had mostly given positive feedback to the game, and ever since, fans have been begging Nintendo for remakes of more games. If you've been in the Fire Emblem fandom for some time, I'm sure you've heard the numerous cries of others for a Fire Emblem 4 remake. I believe that by now the developers at Intelligent Systems and more than likely some higher-ups at Nintendo have also heard the demands for a new Fire Emblem remake, and I believe Fire Emblem Engage is their first step towards releasing these remakes. Following the success of Fire Emblem Three Houses, I believe there will be many new fans who aren't deeply invested in Fire Emblem's history, but will be excited at the release of a new Fire Emblem game. Since Engage will be shining a large spotlight on characters of old, including characters from Japanese exclusive titles like Marth and Sigurd, I believe these new fans will be more excited and willing to try out these remakes or ports of old titles. I don't think Nintendo is always the smartest company, but if there is one thing they're good at, it is their genius marketing. I believe that Nintendo is much smarter than I am, and I also believe they will try to capitalize on the overwhelming demands for a new Fire Emblem remake. If this is their plan and they do end up announcing a new Fire Emblem remake, this has a high chance of boosting sales. If the sales of the next Fire Emblem Echoes title increase by even 16%, of the total fan base and sales of Fire Emblem Three Houses, they will be sitting at a easy 1 million copies sold for a remake, which I believe is more than possible. Let me know your thoughts on my theory down in the comment section below, and also let me know what game you would like to see remade. I think they could put a big spotlight on Sigurd and boost the sales for a Fire Emblem Genealogy The Holy War remake, or possibly go the route of Fire Emblem 6, which is also a Japanese exclusive title starring one of Super Smash Bros. Most iconic characters, Roy. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and have yourselves a great day. Bye bye.